Audience.
Wait. I know, but it's not. Sorry. Hi, most likely. No, Abby, watch the thing. What is this strange thing? It's trying while they're saying.
Verona, for while I take my leave, to see my friends in Padua, but of all my best beloved and true friend Hortensio, and I trow this is his house. Here, Sir Romeo, knock, I say.
Knock, sir. Why, whom should I knock? Is there any man here who has abused your worship?
Villain, I say, knock me here soundly.
Knock you, sir? Why, sir, what am I, sir, that I should knock you here, sir?
Villain, I say, knock me at this gate, and rap me well, and knock your knave's pate.
My master is grown quarrelsome. I should knock you first, and after know who comes by the worst.
Will it not be? Faith, sir, you'll not knock, I'll ring it, and try you can so fall and sing it.
Help! Help, mistress, help! My master is mad.
How now? What's the matter? My old friend Grumio, my good friend Petruchio, how do you all at Verona?
Signor Hortensio, come you to part the fray?
Rise, Grumio, rise. We'll compound this quarrel.
Look you, sir, if this be not a lawful case for me to leave his service, he bid me knock him here and rap him soundly, sir.
A senseless villain, good Hortensio. I bade the rascal knock upon your gate, and could not get him from my heart to do it.
Knock upon the gate. Oh, heaven, spake you not these words plain? Knock me here, rap me here, knock me well, and knock me soundly, and now you come up with knocking at the gate.
Begone or talk not, I advise you.
Tell me now, sweet friend, what happy gale blows you to Padua from old Verona?
Such wind as scatters young men through the world to seek their fortunes farther than at home. But in a few, Signor Hortensio, thus it stands with me. Antonio, my father, is deceased. And I have thrust myself in this maze, happily to wive and thrive as best I may.
Petruchio, shall I then come roundly to thee to wish thee to a shrewd, ill-favored wife? Thou wouldst take me a little for my counsel, but I promise thee she shall be rich, and very rich. But thou art too much my friend, and I'll not wish thee to her.
Good Hortensio, twixt such friends as we, few will suffice. So therefore, if thou knowest one be rich enough to be Petruchio's wife, as wealth is burden in my wooing dance, I come to wive it wealthily in Padua. If wealthily, then happily in Padua.
Nay, look you, sir. He tells you flatly what his mind is. Why, give him gold enough and marry him to an old trout with never a tooth in her head. Why, as many diseases as 52 horses. Why, nothing comes amiss, so money comes with all.
I can, Petruchio, help thee to a wife, with wealth enough, young and beauteous, brought up as best becomes a gentlewoman. Her only fault, and that fault's enough, is that she is an intolerable curse, and shrewd and froward beyond all measure, that if my state were far worse than it is, I would not wed her for a mine of gold.
Hortensio, peace, thou knowest not of gold effect. Tell me her father name and 'tis enough, for I will board her, though her chide as loud as thunder when the clouds in autumn crack.
Father is Baptista Minola, an affable and courteous gentleman. Her name is Katharina Minola, renowned in Padua for her scalding tongue.
I know her father, though I know not her, and he do my deceased father well. I will not sleep, good Hortensio, till I see her.
Oh my word, if only she knew him as well as I do. She would know scolding would do little upon him. Why, she may call him half a score knaves or so. Why, he'll begin at once. He'll rail him with her rogue tricks. You know him, not sir.
Tarry, Petruchio, for I must go with thee. For in Baptista's keep my treasure is, he hath the jewel of my life and hold. Oh, beautiful Bianca, but none shall have access to Bianca till Catherine the Cursed has got a husband.
Catherine the Cursed. The title for all maids of title's the worst.
Now shall my good friend Petruchio do me grace and offer me disguise in sober robes, to old Baptista as a schoolmaster, well seen in music, to instruct fair Bianca, so by this device I may by have leave and lease to court her by herself.
Here's no knavery. See, to beguile the old folks, see how the young folks put their heads together. Master, look about you. Who goes there, huh?
Peace, Grumio, is the arrival of my love. Petruchio, stand by a while.
Hark you, sir, these books of love so fairly bound, for she is sweeter than perfume itself. What will you read to her?
Whate'er I read to her, I'll plead for you, and perhaps with more successful words than you, unless you are a scholarship.
Oh, this learning, what a thing it is.
Oh, this woodcock, what an ass it is.
God save you, Signor Gremio. Hortensio, I promised to inquire carefully on a schoolmaster for the fair Bianca, and I have lighted on that man to teach her that wherein she delights, well fit in poetry and books. Good ones, I warrant ye.
'Tis well, and I have met a gentleman, one hath promised to help another, to teach Bianca, beloved of me.
Beloved of me, and that my deeds shall prove.
Gremio, 'tis no time to vent our love. Here is a gentleman by whom chance I met that will undertake to woo the cursed Catherine.
But Hortensio, have you told him all her faults?
I know she's an irksome, brawling scold. If that be all, masters, I hear no harm.
Oh, such a life with such a wife. But if you have a stomach to it, by God's name, I'll have assisting you in all. But will you woo this wild cat?
Will I live? Why come I hither but to that extent? Think you little din can daunt my ears? Have I not at my time heard lions roar? Have I not heard the sea puffed with wind, rage like an angry boar, chapped with sweat? Have I not heard great ordnance in the fields and heaven's artillery in the skies? Have I not in a pitched battle heard loud alarms, neighing steeds and trumpets clang? And do tell me of a woman's tongue that is not half so great a blow to hear?
Hortensio, hark! This man is happily arrived, I presume, for his good and ours.
I promise we will be contributors and bear the charges of wooing whatsoever.
And so we will, provided that he win her.
Gentlemen, God save you. If I may be bold, tell me, I beseech you, which is the readiest way to the house of Signor Baptista Minola?
But you do not mean her to...
Perhaps him and her, sir. What have you to do?
Sir, a word ere you go. Are you a suitor to this maid you talk of?
And if I be, is it any offense?
No, but without more words, it'll get you hence.
Why, sir, I pray the streets not as free for me as for you.
But so is not she.
Why, I pray?
For this reason, if you'll know, that she's the choice love of Signor Gremio.
That she is the chosen of Signor Hortensio.
Soft masters, if you may be gentlemen, do me this favor. Hear me with patience. Hear me this right. If Baptista Minola is a noble gentleman to whom my father is not at all unknown, and if his daughter be fairer than she is, she may more suitors have, and me for one.
Sir, let me be so bold to ask you, have you ever even seen Baptista's daughter?
No, but I hear he hath two, one famous for a scolding tongue, as is the other for beauteous modesty.
Sir, the first from me, let her go by.
Yeah, leave that labor to great Hercules.
Sir, understand you this of me in sooth. The youngest daughter, who you hearken for, her father keeps from all access to suitors, and will not promise her to any man until the eldest daughter first be wed.
And if it be, sir, that you are the man to steed us all, and me amongst the rest, break the ice and do this feat, achieve the elder and set the youngest free for our access.
Sir, you do say well, and well you so conceive, but since you do profess to be a suitor, you must, as we do, gratify this gentleman.
Sir, I will not be slack in sign whereof. Ye we may contrive this afternoon and quaff to our mistress's health, but do as adversaries do in law. Strive mightily, but eat and drink as friends.